Hiya, folks. This is Rick Emmett of Triumph.
This is Mark Merrill, also known as Johnny B. Bad.
Hi, this is a best-selling author. I threw the best-selling in there. Best-selling author Dick Wybrow.
I'm Melanie from Second Shooter.
This is Jeff with Second Shooter.
Hey everybody, it's Brian Allen from Bridges Ablaze.
Hey, this is Sammy Lee, drummer of the band Red Rain.
Yo guys, it's Mark McKay.
Hey, this is Frank Fletcher.
Hola amigos, this is Billy Sheehan.
Hey guys, this is John Karabi.
Hi, this is Jim Valance.
What's up everybody, it's Logan from All the Pretty Things.
Hey guys, it's Leather Leone.
This is Nothing from Inside the Trojan Horse.
What's up guys, Cassandra Carson here from Paralandra and the Life Project.
My name's Reggie and you are listening to the Weekly Pour podcast. Thanks so much for joining the most amazing twosome out there.
The most amazing things that can happen to a human being will happen to you if you lower your expectations. Welcome to the Weekly Pour podcast. Here are your hosts, TBT and Ace.
Welcome to the Weekly Pour podcast. I am TBT. That guy over there is Ace. This is episode 153. And that's all we've got for you this week.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. No more. Who's in here?
I want to say, I think I found another job than this.
For us?
You can join me if you wish. I was going through the text trying to find the stories you sent, and I found one from someone named Jasmine, who's an HR associate at something global streaming, WBD Global Streaming.
Okay.
They want YouTube content promotion assistance for remote, part-time, or full-time work. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Work from home, one-on-one training, daily pay, $150 to $800, I think, dollars a day.
Wait, you think dollars? It doesn't say dollars?
It doesn't say dollars. It just says $150 to $800. Your monthly salary, $8,650 minimum. Minimum.
Does that one say dollars?
Does not. But
so it really could be pesos.
It could be pesos. It could be anything.
Right.
It could be seashells. It says $688 bonus after 3-day paid promotion. So, I mean, I'm going to check into this, and if it's, even Canadian dollars, that's something.
Well, what's the rate right now? Like, what is it? The conversion?
The exchange rate?
Whatever.
Probably 50%, 50 cents on the dollar. I don't know.
Okay. All right. But still, that's still what? $4,000 a month?
Right. And I don't make that.
I'll take it.
Maybe I do.
Surely you do.
Maybe. I work a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the economic episode of the Weekly Pour podcast. Jumping in real quick to the chat. By the way, Shannon says that it's a 61-cent exchange rate. She doesn't say cent. She just says 0.61 exchange rate. I'm going to go with that being cents.
That could be a little more than half a seashell.
Would that not be 61% of a sand dollar?
Exactly.
Right. If you're in the chat, make sure you say hi, hit that thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button. That helps the algorithm and all that fun stuff. It looks like most of our normals are in there. Mama TBT, Mrs. TBT, Mrs. Ace is in or are in because hashtag English. And of course, moderator Natalie is in. She is already kicked nobody out so far. But again, we are only just 4 minutes in, but that's good. Hey, a lot of news this week. We're not going to jump into it quite yet, but man, there's a lot of good stuff. Namely, some festivals that went on within our area, south of us down in Louisville, Kentucky. Past 2 weeks, a lot of things been going on.
That was a big one.
Yeah, we'll jump into that because there's some pretty good stories coming in out of there. If you're watching this on Facebook or happen to be watching it on YouTube, be sure to say hi. If you're lurking and not really saying anything, jump into the chat. Just say hi so we know we're there, so we know that you're there. You don't have to talk. because we understand. We'll do the talking. We've got that covered. That's no problem. One person that is missing is Kathy.
Who's missing?
Kathy. And I think I know why.
I bet you do.
Oh.
She is busy.
Exactly.
Working.
Yeah.
She actually should be getting off work anytime now, but I doubt she'll tune in on the ride home.
She should. I don't think that's very fair for her not to.
I mean, it's just a drive down the road. You can hold the phone even. Yeah. Everyone else does it.
Right. If you're new to this podcast, we are a podcast about rock and roll. Hopefully you read the description. Each description every week will tell you basically what we're going to talk about. We just kind of give you the headline, and then we break into the spoilers. And then we give you our opinion, like Skid Row can never find a singer. Motley Crue can never do what they say they're going to do. Kiss can never retire. Just on and on and on. It's just the way it goes. And now
that's right. Well, yeah. And speaking of Kiss, that's coming up not too far from now, that event.
Yeah.
Because we still don't know, that we really don't know exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, and we're sitting here at the end of September, knowing that something's going on with them. Their landlocked Kiss cruise.
That's right.
Whatever I don't remember what they called it, other than Kiss Cruise Las Vegas.
If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to pull up the stories that you sent, because iPads are kind of frustrating, because if you go to the text icon, those text messages that you sent me, I pulled up on my phone, they're not on my iPad.
Correct. You have to turn iMessage on.
Yeah, so I have to do things.
Yeah, you have to do things. You need a teenager to help you with it.
Exactly. I mean, I understand technology. I'm not that old, but I would assume it's an iPad. I would assume that it would already have the iMessage.
It does.
Turned on.
No, it's not turned on. Because here's the thing, if you turn it on, now we're going to have technology on top of economics. So as soon as you turn that on, every text message that you get from somebody else that is using an iDevice will go to that machine. Even if you're at work, even if you're at Walmart, it'll be on your phone and it'll be on your iPad. So you get double the text messages, but you only can read one unless you go to the other device and read it. But
so what is the solution?
What?
I need a solution.
For what? What's the problem?
I want to see the stories you sent me.
Then you need to turn it on for the show.
It's on. iMessage is on.
And did you get them? Has it refreshed enough for you to see them?
No.
And you know why?
No.
Because they've already been received by your phone that was on.
Okay. But
see, watch this. I'm going to send you one right now. It's going to say testes.
Well, yeah, sure. This is ridiculous in the sense that I want them to show up in both places. That's fine.
Well, they can.
No, they can't. They're not.
Well, they're not now.
It's like what you do when I'm fuzzy. It's something you do on your little device over there. You flip me, you rotate me, you make me fuzzy, and you mess with my messages.
Even Mrs. Ace says that your iPad dings all day with messages. Also want to give a quick shout out to Kate, who just stepped into the chat. Looks like a new listener, which is fantastic. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.
It's on my iPhone.
Of course it is.
It's on my iPhone. Not on my iPad.
You probably didn't turn it on right. I'm just saying. If you're so everybody already knows, because we've talked about this. I'm go ahead and pull up your Creed story, if you even can.
I have it pulled up somewhere.
Well, I don't know what you've done, but you've completely screwed up your sound because now you're all scratchy. You look like you're from a Japanese story where your mouth moves, but yet the words aren't there, and then the words are there, but then your mouth don't move.
That's you.
Negative. It's not you now. It's fine.
I sound fine on my end.
See, I just got a text from somebody that says Ace's audio is glitchy.
I'm doing nothing.
It's because you turned on iMessage on your iPad.
It was already on.
Maybe you should turn it off. I don't like. It sounds like when you've had the wires from amplifiers. It's like if you're plugging in an amplifier and you just barely touch it on there. That's what I said. That's what I hear. Are you getting it from me?
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to keep going. Is that better for you?
Maybe it'll figure itself out.
It might. As we've talked about numerous times over the course of many episodes, we've talked about Creed and the tour that they've had and the success that they've had. Basically, a major resurgence on Creed, where they have sold out over 130 shows and 3 headlining cruises in just 2 years, as they watch some of their biggest hits return to the charts. Well, now that their tours are over, Creed is going to take a moment to reflect on their legacy with the Best of Creed, which is their first comprehensive collection spanning all 4 of their albums. Can you not hear me correctly?
I hear you fine now. You know why?
What'd you do?
Shut off my iPad. Now you're just a little crackly.
Yeah, yours is horrible.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Anyway.
Like, I don't know if you can see the chat, but the chat is telling you the same thing. You sound like a robot. Not happening on my end. I don't know what you've done.
Talk, and I will go out and come back. You talk about Creed.
Okay. Goodbye. All right. So as we lose Ace, and you're going to get the full background of me, including all of these liquor bottles back here. He says he's leaving, but he's froze. Somebody screenshot that, please, and then send it to me. Let me kick Ace out of here because it's just not working. So, all right, no more Ace. He'll be back in a minute, obviously. Now you can see what I'm dealing with back here. But anyway, as I was saying, Creed, they have decided to release the Best of Creed, which is their first comprehensive collection spanning all 4 of their albums. And let's see if we can get them back. And look who's back. I'm eventually going to get this entire story out. Are you going to talk?
I'm afraid to.
Okay, well, you sound good. You sound fine.
I better.
Anyway, as we continue this, Mrs. TBT, thank you for sending me that. Anyway, Creed is releasing the Best of Creed, which is their first comprehensive collection spanning all 4 of their albums. The set features, of course, chart-topping hits like Higher, With Arms Wide Open, One Last Breath, and My Sacrifice, along with stadium anthems like My Own Prison, What If, and What's This Life For? Currently, the album is out digitally, and vinyl and CD editions are arriving on November 21st. Thank you, Natalie, for sending that as well. However, it is available for pre-order today. Kind of some cool things with this album. The Best of Creed, which is what it's called, It's also going to be available on a series of limited edition color vinyl pressings, including Eruption, which will be available from Creed.com, Silver Marble, which will be available at Walmart, Red Smoke, which will be from Barnes & Noble, and Sunspot. These are all colors.
Yeah.
That are going to be available from Craft Recordings. In addition, the Walmart, they're going to have a exclusive CD edition that comes packaged with a commemorative satin tour pass. So if you're looking to get a fake pass, get the Walmart CD edition.
That's really cool, though, that I guess it's problematic, too, if you want to get all of them, but they're issuing separate album colors to different stores, right? Barnes and Nobles gets a color, Walmart, that sort of thing. That's really neat. It makes it exclusive. Boy, if you want all of them, it makes it a little difficult. You got to run around and spend a lot of money. But if you're into that, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good. It's kind of like, gosh, who was it? I want to say it may have been Taylor Swift, who did that not too long ago, maybe an album or two ago, where she had like
Midnights.
How many different versions or pressings of it that people were clamoring to get?
Well, and they formed a clock,
right?
And you could get the pieces from her merch store and make the clock.
Yeah,
which was neat. The thing is, like you said, it's out in digital format. Right. The funny thing is that you could make anything out in digital like that if you wanted Creed's greatest hits. You can make your own.
we did that. I mean, there's a lot of times when we know we're going to a concert, we'll go in and make a playlist. Yeah. And you can go to what is it? Playlist.fm, I think is the website.
Setlist.
Or Setlist, yeah. And you can go and you can basically create your own. I did it with Billy Idol and Joan Jett when we went to that one not too long ago.
Right. And we do that because we want to get geared up for the show. We want to familiarize ourselves with the set. It's fun to see what they're playing ahead of time, and maybe they change up the set. The advantage to this for Creed is the physical stuff.
Right.
Because the digital download, they're probably not making any money on. I already have a subscription to a streaming service. You do. We share the same one, actually. We use the same one. And it's going to be the CD format and the records that push this.
Right.
So
right,
I see why they would want to change it up, add different colors. It's like comic books in the 90s went crazy with variant covers. I don't know if you know anything about that.
Superman, prime example.
Right, variant covers, and you had to collect all of them, and they went nuts with it.
Yeah.
Or the reflective covers on certain ones, the 100th anniversary of blank. I have a lot of those, and spend a lot of money on covers I don't need for the same comic.
Well, if you think about it, too, sports cards are the same way. You'll
right.
get that Kirby Puckett that is either a prism or it's the regular set or an insert or whatever, but it's the same damn card. They just changed the color, and of course increase the worth, because that prism card is going to be worth $150, where the penny card is going to be worth a nickel.
Well, right. Well, that's because they limit the run.
Right.
That would be neat if Creed did something like that, where there's only so many of the Sunburst Red. But Walmart won't accept that. But what if a record store could only get a couple of copies?
Right.
And that makes it rare and special. Yeah. Are these going to have bonus tracks or anything like that?
Well, it's funny you ask. The vinyl listing is going to have 10 total tracks. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Nope, nothing out of the ordinary. And then the CD or the digital is actually 12 tracks, with 2 songs being on that configuration only. Hide and 1,000 Faces are the 2 extra tracks that you get on the CD or digital format. So either way, the whole thing in its own is a playlist. I mean, that's just it. But literally, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I mean, you can just go and put all 12 of those tracks
Yeah.
in a playlist, and boom, you've got it.
And you can do that with, gosh, anything.
Yeah, I'm sure you can do it
Digitally.
with Spotify, Apple.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just any album, that's coming. It's a compilation because it's a compilation.
Absolutely.
I have them on my phone regardless of favorite songs by these bands. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool they're doing it. That's why they're doing the physical stuff and making it special that way. Too bad there's not rarities or concert recordings or something like that. That would be even better. Demos.
I think we'll get that. What did I say? Well, ago 130 tour dates that they sold out. I guarantee there's going to be enough footage for them to put, some kind of, commemorative tour video together or something. That'll happen, and we'll say that, we heard it here first.
Now, let's save that for the box set, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do. If you're looking for more music, STRYPER. I got a good tag one for this one. STRYPER has announced their long-awaited Christmas album. Yes, it is only September. STRYPER has announced their long-awaited Christmas album entitled "The Greatest Gift of All." It will be released on November 21st and will be a 10-song effort, which will include 5 original Christmas tracks and 5 traditional Christmas cuts, including remakes of Reason for the Season and Winter Wonderland, both of which originally appeared on the 1985 single and were also made available on the 86 re-release of STRYPER's debut EP, The Yellow and Black Attack. Now, Winter Wonderland, it's September.
Right.
Winter Wonderland has already been released, along with the accompanying lyric video. And I have a theory as to why it's already out.
Yeah. Right. There's something special
in September
about this. Yeah, in September.
I don't know if I want to tell the secret.
Oh, you need to tell it. It's not gonna make the Kraken be released any quicker.
No, it's not.
So tell the people what they want to hear.
This is what I think they're doing. All right, we're going to keep this down, quiet. So turn your radios down. Turn all your stuff down because we don't want to let this out. We don't want to let her hear. They were doing this because they're trying to beat the thawing of Mariah Carey. That's what they're doing. Why not release a Christmas song in September, beat the Mariah Carey thawing, and become heroes? But that's my theory. That's why they're releasing it now.
Well, and she can't get mad at them because
she's froze.
She's frozen for one thing, and they're a Christian rock band in essence. So how can you get mad at STRYPER? They're nice people.
Right.
They love Christmas too.
Here's something that will make you feel old. Let me see if I can find it.
I read it. Not just waking up in the morning?
No. Something more to make you feel old. STRYPER was formed 41 years ago. You're welcome.
Well, that's not the only thing. I think I sent you a story about Sammy Hagar and Eddie Van Halen at Farm Aid. That first time they performed on stage together was 40 years ago, right?
Yeah, that was the beginning of the Van Hagar season.
Yeah, this week.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. The Greatest Gift of All from STRYPER, again being released on November 21st. 10 tracks. The Greatest Gift of All is the name of the album. That is also the first track. They also come out with Go Tell It on the Mountain, Heaven Came on Christmas Day, Little Drummer Boy, Still the Light, a Michael, this will actually be pretty good, Michael Sweet singing Little Drummer Boy, as well as Still the Night, Silent Night, On This Holy Night, Joy to the World, Reason for the Season, and of course, Winter Wonderland. So if you're ready to get in the Christmas spirit, number one, I Will Come Punch You, and number two, just listen to STRYPER.
Did you say Still of the Night?
No, Still the Light.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Still
yes,
of the Night.
Still of the Night.
It'd be awesome. You were talking earlier off air that you're not a big fan of Christmas albums or Christmas music, right?
There's a few.
I love when rock bands lean into Christmas.
Yes.
I don't have it in front of me, but Rob Halford's done like 2 or 3 like winter songs. I think it's what it's called. Winter Songs is the record.
One of my favorite Christmas albums.
Yeah, they're great what he does. And then I've got some Axeman's Christmas guitar stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff they do for Christmas. And I know it's a promotional thing, it's a gimmick, but they do a good job with it, especially Rob Halford.
You forgot one of my all-time favorite Christmas albums, and that was Twisted Sister's Twisted Christmas.
Right. I mean, that's just a lot of fun. And
it is.
And not only that, I also enjoy how Mariah Carey leans into this whole Christmas thing as well. She makes a big deal out of breaking that song out as well. Like, here it is, and you're going to hear it for the next 3-4 months. So live with it.
Nonstop.
Is there a countdown clock for her? That would be great.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying, I'm surprised there's not a countdown clock for Mariah Carey.
There probably is, but we're not worried about it. Winter Wonderland from STRYPER has been released. That freezes the clock.
It's over.
Good grief. Speaking of even more new music, hopefully by now everybody has already heard My Only Angel, which is the collaboration from Aerosmith, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, and Youngblood. And this is something worth noting. This is the first release by Aerosmith in over 10 years. I saw the number, but 13 years. It's the first new Aerosmith music in 13 years.
Are we counting it as Aerosmith music?
Yeah, because I think once you get more than one member, it's not a solo thing. Because it's Joe Perry and Steven Tyler, it counts as Aerosmith. So yeah, first music in 13 years.
Brad Whitford's not there, is he?
Yeah.
Was he on it?
I don't know.
Well, I think it's just it's a triet. Not a duet, a triet.
Yeah, we'll call it a triad. The song was written, if you look at the writing credits, was wrote by Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, and Youngblood. They all receive the writing credits on the song. But one of the questions a lot of people have had is there's a fourth person on there. The fourth person is a gentleman by the name of Matt Schwartz. And he actually also served as the producer of this song. And a lot of people have been
counting.
No, probably not. If he is, then we need to get him on here. So this Matt Schwartz guy, not only is he your accountant, he's done a lot of work. In the 90s and 2000s, he worked with bands like Massive Attack, which I don't think I've ever heard of, Deepest Blue, which I don't know. What I did notice was Kylie Minogue, and that was it. However, one of the songs that you and I have talked about in regards to Youngblood is 11 Minutes, the song that Youngblood did with Halsey and Travis Barker. Well, he's the one, he actually teamed up with Youngblood to write and produce that song. Not only did he do that, he also wrote and produced several of the songs on Youngblood's 2018 album, 21st Century Liability.
Right, he's collaborated with him before.
Yeah.
And This is his. If I read the article right, he's a bit more of a pop guy as far as his sensibilities in writing. And
Yeah.
it's stated in the article that Youngblood is trying to lean him into the rock arena a bit, which I find interesting because Youngblood is leaning into rock as of late, more and more. You know, he not always has he been a rock artist,
No.
but he's getting there.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things,
And I like the song. I liked it a lot.
it is. It's good. It's good. One thing that's worth pointing out for this as well is that this Matt Schwartz also recently produced Youngblood's recorded version of Changes that everybody's been up in arms about. You know, the remake that he did. So he was part of that. So dude's no slouch. You know, it's not like he's
Well,
just getting into this. I mean, it's he's got a good repertoire.
what's cool is things are happening for Youngblood, and this pairing with Steven Tyler and Joe Perry is huge. These are legends that he's standing next to, and yet he's willing to bring someone else that he knows that can contribute and help that guy's career out as well. You know, it's going to do nothing but help him because the song's good. You know, the song's good. This will lead to more things, and this is an EP coming up, right? From
Yes.
Youngblood and Tyler. Yeah, so I bet he's got more songwriting credits than just this song.
Oh, guarantee it. As a matter of
Yes.
fact, I believe this also comes out in November, I think. We talked about it actually last week. So, yeah,
That's
it'll be
great too, because we don't have to wait so long. One thing that bugs me about how release schedules are is that you'll get a single 6 months ahead of the release date. You'll get a second one 4 months out, then 2 months out, and then it's out. And you're waiting so long.
yeah.
And then by the time the record's out, a lot of people don't even care after day one.
No.
You know, it's not like it used to be. So I like the fact that we're expediting this a little bit.
Well, not just that. You know, a lot of times when, and I don't know if yours is like this, but like when well, I'll use Apple as a perfect example. You go in and you get a song, you know, as a song comes out. And then all of a sudden, boom, you know, there's
Mm-hmm.
3 more singles that are out. And then a month
Yep.
later, they release the album. Unless you go in and actually pick that album to listen to, you're not going to be able to listen to all of those tracks in the same order because between there, you know, you've downloaded other things. I know you can go in and simply, you know, pick and choose, but if I want to listen to all of it and then throw a little bit of mix in there, you got to go through and push buttons and turn on your iPad and screw up your iMessage and sound like a robot
Ain't
and all
doing
kinds
none
of
of that.
stuff.
I I like the fact that if I the single's out, I like it, and I hit the little add button on iTunes or Apple Music is what I
Yeah.
use. When that record comes out, it just
Did
drops
I
it
say
right in.
iTunes?
I think so.
Kind of just showed my age.
Yeah, it drops it right in, and I'll be driving home at 12:30 from my eighth job, and I'll get a notification, hey, new music from blank.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'll play it right then because what else am I doing, right? Driving home.
Exactly.
So
The song will be featured on the new collaborative EP between Youngblood and Aerosmith titled One More Time, which will be out on November 21st and is currently available for pre order. We have one more that we'll talk about in regards to some new music, not out yet. But here recently, Amy Lee, of course, the lead singer for Evanescence, spoke to a radio station about their set list for the band's current run of shows. And as transcribed by our friends over at Blabbermouth, she states, we're in this kind of in between phase right now because we were touring our last album for quite a while and doing a show that had obviously songs from all the other albums. Long story short, they're working on a new album. They're actually more than halfway through making that next one, and they're putting forth an effort to really get it going. So if you're an Evanescence fan, I don't know, maybe next year we'll get some new music from them, maybe a full album.
Well, we had one song. We had Afterlife.
Right.
Yeah, which was pretty good. I don't know if it's indicative of what's coming.
Well, and that was for a TV show or for a Netflix
right, Devil May
show.
Cry.
Yeah.
Which I've never heard of till just now. I can't keep up with Netflix half the time. As soon as I pull it up and open Netflix, there's something new all the time. There's so much content. Yeah. So much content. I only have so much time in the day.
And then you don't even have that much time.
Well, and TV is now made for binge watching. It is. So I don't do a lot of that either.
Yeah, I was told recently that I needed to watch Wednesday.
Yeah.
But not on Wednesday. Like, I can watch it on a Thursday.
I don't know if that's for our age group.
Who cares?
And another thing, don't get me going about the character Wednesday that everyone wants to turn into some cool character that she wasn't a cool character in the original show. She was kind of creepy. And even in the musical, there's a musical, the Addams Family musical. She's kind of, I don't know, different. But and I'm sure the show plays to it. But here we go. We got it. Why can't we have a show about like just Eddie Munster or something?
Look, just I got to throw this out there because she just spoke up. But Nat McFook is in there, and she said, "Hi ho." I'm not sure who she was talking to.
Not me.
I don't know. But anyway, welcome in, Nat. And you hate Wednesdays.
I just, it's just more catering to, I don't know. Something about it bugs me.
Are you okay?
The only cool character we can think of out of that show is, I guess, Wednesday. I guess we'll do that.
Are you going to do a freaking show for eight episodes about a hand?
Yes. Yes, and what that hand went through and how it got there.
So what you're saying is you would give that hand a job. A hand job, if you will. Okay.
He's already got a job.
Okay. One more story I want to get to before we jump into basically the meat of tonight's show. You and I have bitched about this for, I'm going to say, years, since this is a 4-year-old podcast, and it seems like every summer we complain about this. But luckily, the feds are taking notice as Live Nation and its subsidiary ticket agency Ticketmaster have been sued by the United States Federal Trade Commission. The details about this lawsuit were released by the commission on Thursday of last week. And they show that the issue centers on operations that are buying up large amount of tickets to events and then reselling them for a significantly increased price. So basically, to dumb it down so that we understand, the FTC is basically saying that Live Nation and Ticketmaster are tactically coordinating with brokers, ticket brokers, all the scalpers, exactly, and allowing them to harvest millions of dollars worth of tickets in the primary markets. If you remember, this was, I don't know, a couple of years ago, Ticketmaster had put security measures, those are air quotes, in place to stop this rampant resale of tickets. But I think that was just a ploy. They were like, oh yeah, we'll put something in. And they were still doing it.
Well, I don't know if they get what money they get out of this, but there's got to be something in it for Ticketmaster and Live Nation. There's got to be, or else they wouldn't allow it. There, and we talked about this just a few, maybe a couple of years ago, but there was a documentary I saw on Netflix where a guy is showing how he does this mass buying, and he, with his little computer and his bots just eating up everything. And he's got X amount of dollars he can spend, and he spends it and makes triple when he resells them. And it's ridiculous to have to pay $300 for a ticket that you could pay $50 for at face value. So I don't know what will come of this, but I would love to see some sort of crackdown, because years ago, scalping's illegal. It always has been. It hasn't changed.
Right.
But yet these companies can advertise. StubHub can advertise. Game Time advertises everywhere. It's a big deal. All of them do. Tick picks, whatever you want to do. But where are you going to get tickets?
Did you say dick pics?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Okay.
Tick picks.
This isn't the first time that they've been sued. If you remember, billions. This is from an article. Billions of requests from Taylor Swift fans, bots, and ticket resellers overwhelmed the website, and the company canceled a planned ticket sale to the general public for her Eras tour. I remember being a part of that because I was trying to get in there, and somebody 3 doors down, they got their 3 tickets or whatever. And I couldn't even get one because every time I would click on something, it was like, yeah, you missed it. It's already sold. So that is part of this monopoly. I don't remember when it was, right, but the Justice Department tried to split them last year. It was last year, actually. But it just, it didn't happen. It's like nobody's taking this serious.
Think about how you could have got tickets if there weren't bots in there eating up everything.
Right.
And all of us were sitting in a queue forever.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the bots are in there quicker than all of us and just taking everything.
Exactly.
And then you can't get anything. I mean, you're clicking on it, it's gone. You click on it, it's gone. Yeah. You're looking at it. It was right there. But no, a bot took it.
Yep. It took it when it was in my cart.
Exactly. Which is horse hockey.
It's bullshit.
It really is. And then turn around and sell it where you got to, give up a kidney or something to buy it for your kid.
Yeah.
So you guys can go to Taylor Swift dressed in cosplay.
Yeah, exactly. I had my wig ready and everything.
I'm sure you did.
Whatever.
From the red era. You were doing the red era. I can see it.
Yes, I was. Exactly. If you've missed it, over the past couple of weekends in Louisville, Kentucky, they have had a couple festivals that have just brought an amazing amount of people and money to that city. As reports are coming out that Bourbon and Beyond, which was, I want to say last weekend, not this previous weekend, but the weekend before, Bourbon and Beyond, and of course, Louder Than Life, brought a record-breaking 450,000 plus fans to the Kentucky Exposition Center for 8 days of live music in Louisville. Nearly 300 performers performed over the 2 weekends, including Bourbon and Beyond headliners. Jack White was there. Pafish was there. The Blues Traveler, Noah Kahn. There's some others that Pat Benatar and Neil were there, which would have probably been a good show. And of course, Louder Than Life with their headliners like Slayer, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, Avenged Sevenfold, Sleep Token, on and on and on. The Louisville tourism people estimate that Bourbon and Beyond and Louder Than Life generated a mind-blowing $43 million in local economic impact this year alone, just for 2025.
Right. That includes your hotels, your restaurants, your bars.
Speaking of hotels, it drove some of the highest hotel demand of the year. Okay, September, with overall occupancy reaching more than 80% citywide. 80%, which means there were still rooms available for us, but they were probably down at the local Roach Motel.
Right. I also, though, there's also a report, Sharon Osbourne has come out and said that's all bullshit. Those numbers are bull.
What?
They're not real.
Wrong festival.
She's estimating everyone's festivals now.
Yeah. So unbelievable numbers. I wanted to talk about that before we got into the meat, because to me, that's huge.
It is huge. I don't know anything about the bourbon event, but I
This
know
was the
Louder Than
7th
Life.
one.
Okay, so it's been around a while.
Yeah, 7 years.
But Louder Than Life, I mean, they get bigger every year, it seems like. And I mean, it's what, just a numerous list of bands every day.
Yes.
And what did we look at? 600,000 people maybe have attended those two festivals, something like that, right?
Oh,
that's incredible.
No, yeah, 450,000 plus.
Right, incredible numbers. So think about what that does for the state of Kentucky, not just Louisville, but the state of Kentucky in general, because it's tax revenue. That stupid toll bridge that you got to cross from Indiana to get there, all the money that went there.
Hell, you may not even have to cross it to get a text message that says that you need to pay it, or we'll take away your license.
Okay. Has that happened to you?
No.
No. But
so,
in terms I think of usually is when Indianapolis gets big events. The economic impact for a weekend or something like that, like the NFL Combine is one. When they get something like the Final Four, those economic impacts are pretty good too. They're a couple million, 3-4 million.
Here, let me do
for downtown Indy, but nothing like what we're talking about for 3 days at Louder Than Life or the Bourbon event, which was probably 2 days as well, 2 to 3 days. $43 million is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, I'm actually, because last weekend we got WrestlePalooza, and the reason I bring that up is because it was in Indianapolis. I'm going to try to get, what am I looking for? The draw?
Right, you're looking for attendance.
Well, I know it was sold out, so
right. So
we're
that was
talking
at
17,000. Right? Yeah.
Right. So 18,000 people.
WrestlePalooza, blah blah blah, confirmed. Indianapolis, the first city. Blah blah blah. Yeah, those numbers are not out yet. The event, which also, okay, here we go. Nope, that's about Raw. I don't think those numbers are out yet. I'm looking. But you got to figure something like WrestleMania, when it was in Las Vegas, I think last year, that's $215 million. $215 million. That is for 2 nights of just WrestleMania. So,
well, yeah, and if you think about it, you're in Vegas, so you are probably going to spend more money. There's more to do. When you're not at WrestleMania, you're probably you might be gambling, you might be at another show. Of course, you're eating, you're drinking, whatever.
You're watching
doing
Motley
even more
Crue.
things. Going to Motley Crue, you're even doing more things than you can in Louisville, Kentucky. But either way, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure. One of the biggest stories coming out of Louder Than Life is the fact that Sleep Token performed. One of the headlines that I read earlier today was Sleep Token blows Louisville away at Louder Than Life. So we were reading a story earlier. I read it a couple days ago and was trying to kind of put this in perspective. There is an app that you can get with Louder Than Life. If you've ever been on a cruise or some other festival, you can see the itinerary of things that you can do, and sometimes you can click the buttons and say, "Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that." Louder Than Life has that kind of app where people can go in and they can click and say, "I want to go watch this performer, I want to watch this performer." Sleep Tokens set was pre-scheduled by over 20,000 people that doesn't mean it was 21,142 attendees that added Sleep Token to their schedule ahead of their set on Friday night. And like I said, this is the app lets attendees add the acts they want to see to their personalized schedule. Now, although 21,000 said they were going there, let's put this into perspective. Those that wanted to see Slayer, if you remember, Slayer was supposed to have been here last year. They could not be here last year because of the hurricane that made it from Florida up to here. So it canceled. I don't know if it canceled the entire Saturday show or what, but I want to say it did. So Slayer was back this year to make up for that. There were only 11,000 people that said they wanted to go see Slayer. So that's 10,000 people less.
And you know why? That age group is a lot older. Slayer has been around a lot longer. That's our age group.
Sure.
Yeah, and they may not want to go to a large event like that. That makes sense to me.
Well, now think about this, though, too. Deftones, who have just released more music, 17,000. Bring Me the Horizon, which is a band that's out now, 17,000, just over 17,600. So 20,000, 21,000 people say they want to go watch Sleep Token. When Sleep Token performed, and I highly encourage everybody to go to YouTube or wherever you want to go and look up the Sleep Token Louder Than Life performance. I got a picture that I illegally stole from someplace, and I'm going to post it because we'll only get told to take it down, but we won't keep it up there long enough. This is going to put in perspective this crowd. Okay, you're thinking 20,000 people, you're thinking stadium, it's okay. I can tell you that this photo is not 21,000 people.
Right. Because that app was not indicative of everyone that went to that show.
Not at all.
It was the people using the app.
Correct.
And still, the fact that 21,000 people took the time to basically make a note to remind me to go to this event, that's impressive to engage in the app.
If you're watching this replay or if you're watching this live or watching a replay, you're going to see this picture. If you're just listening to this, you're not going to see it. But I highly recommend you at least pull this up around the 50-minute mark because I want to put this picture up. I'm going to put two pictures up. Here's the first one. Look at that. This is from the Sleep Token performance.
Right, and this is I think a drone shot probably overhead of the
very tall person.
Right, it's a drone shot of the venue, and it is just a sea of people. The perspective's from behind the stage to the side of it, just a sea of people. And you and I talked about this before the show. We were estimating 60,000 people there, weren't we?
Man, I don't know. I'm going to go anywhere between, and I'm keeping this picture up there for a reason, but I want to go between 60 and 80,000 people that are there watching Sleep Token. Sleep Token,
right. So that's a stadium level.
Yeah, and this is outside.
Right, on a beautiful weekend too. It was a nice weekend last weekend.
Yeah, it's to me this is an unbelievable picture. Like, this is so weird, but I could take this, I could frame it and put it up on a wall.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a badass picture. I'm going to take it down.
And I'd like to see more photos like that. That's really cool.
I'm going to take that one down. I'm going to pop up another one. This is from a side angle, a little bit different, but it's still. I mean, come on. It's a little bit closer off to the side.
But I don't know if I'd want that seat. There's some distance there between the stage and whoever took that photo. But
well, you can see to the right and to the left of the stage, you got the video screens. Apparently, they're pretty badass, and people can see it. But that is a sea of people. That is like the epitome of a sea of people. Textbook definition.
I think I think we're seeing something revealing in the expanse of their popularity, Sleep Token's popularity. I mean, we
100%.
knew they were popular.
Yeah.
We, and we knew that, but this is kind of next level, really. I think. I
It
wouldn't have
almost enough to
expected
leave you
that.
speechless when it comes to something like that.
Yeah, and not to say that any of the other headliners didn't draw people.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, obviously, people, 17,000 people use the app to engage in Slayer. And that doesn't mean 17,000 people even went. It could be more than that. It probably wasn't that crowd
It
that
was
you just
not.
posted, but I'm sure it was a good crowd. So we're
Yeah.
not diminishing anything, but we're just amazed, TBT and I, at the depth of how many fans want to show up and pay money to see this band at an outdoor venue where you don't have a seat per se. You're out there in the wide open spaces in the wild seeing this band.
The wild of Louisville. Here's the thing
Right.
too. That's a night concert. That show that festival's been going on all day long.
All day.
How many of those people had been there all day? How many came in specifically for that Sleep Token concert?
Which is why you set a reminder on the app.
Exactly. This is why I encourage everybody to look up that footage from that performance, because it's badass. There are tons of stuff on TikTok because I've seen them. I actually I almost felt bad, but I made Mrs. TBT watch the opening of the show because they go through probably 2 minutes of not really being able to see the band because the song they're playing Look to Windward, and it's starts off slow. And then when it goes in, the lights, the stage show is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And this tour, every date's going to be sold out. I guarantee it, if it's not already. They did play, what did we come up with? 12 different songs.
12 songs, which I thought was short. And you said their songs are a bit long. I don't know, but I thought, man, 12 songs, give me 5 more at least. But
sure,
maybe it didn't matter.
No, absolutely not.
You play 12 songs and you're playing the meat, the really good stuff that people want to hear, I guess.
Yeah, you are. And plus the popularity, we could, I mean, there's a whole rabbit hole you can go down through this, but the whole popularity of not only the lead singer who goes by the moniker of Vessel, that's with a V, Vessel, and the drummer, who you can see on Drumeo, if you go to YouTube and watch Drumeo, the drummer who goes by the moniker of Two, is an incredible drummer. Some of his stuff is just, I don't know, if you're a drummer, you just, I mean, even if you're not, you just sit there and watch what he does and just be in awe of what he does. 12 tracks. They played everything from The Offering, Alkaline, Hypnosis, Rain, Caramel, The Summoning, which is the song that a lot of people got into Sleep Token by listening to The Summoning. They played Provider and ended their show with Granite. But what a performance. Go watch it. It's phenomenal. Like I'm gonna be a fanboy of all this. Number one, I like Sleep Token, but number two, just between what they're doing with their music and what they're doing with their stage show and selling this stuff out, 60 to 80,000 people. Come on.
Part of this too, you have to attribute to. I don't get into it like you do, but the mythology that they build.
Absolutely.
That draws a lot of people into the. There's so many people that game and play Dungeons and Dragons and whatever, Wizards and Warriors or whatever. So many people are in so many things like that, fantasy type things, and they play into that with these Easter eggs and these little things they do on their website and that sort of thing, and that draws a lot of people. People get into that stuff. I was looking at ticket prices real quick. I know we're short on time. The average ticket price typical is 40 to 100, right?
Yeah.
Depending. But at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, they are going from 74 to 82, but then they jump up in Worcester, Mass to 373 a ticket.
Wow.
So
Unreal.
it varies greatly depending on where you're at.
Exactly. I would pay it. I'd pay it.
On this tour, in their prime, they're in their prime right now. This is they're going to go from here, of course, bigger, but this is the time to see them right now.
Yep.
Not 20 years from now. So yeah, pay the ticket.
Yeah, pay the money, go see it.
But hope that the lawsuit takes care of the scalpers.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm pretty sure that's the only way that Natalie's going to be able to afford to take us.
Exactly. In Vegas.
Yeah. She could pay for the flight too. Sounds good. That's all we got. That's the episode for this week. This was episode 153. If you weren't paying attention, thanks everybody for jumping in the chat, saying hi. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, whatever you do. Tell your friends, share it off of our Facebook. Go like us on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. But thanks for coming in. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.